This gentleman and this guy constantly was getting calls. Like literally, he would get probably, I'm estimating 200 calls per day, inbound, right? And I'm going to say something that I'm going to ask you to take it. It's a person, right? He's a good person, but this guy would sit there and all day long he'd be drinking like Red Bull, right? And constantly eating, right? And almost yelling into the phone, right? And you would hear these conversations and it would be like, okay, what I want you to do next is this. What I want you to do next is this. Then do this. How does that look? Is that working? Okay, now do this. Okay, now do this. Okay, now do this. He was trying to get through 200 calls a day, right? It was a pretty brutal job. And we could see it in the results of his body, right? We could literally see the pain that he was dealing with from customers by the way this guy looked, right? How hard do you think it was to get him to switch to conversational language?
Very hard.
Why?
Because he was on defense.
What's that?
He was more on the defense mode.
Because it was his internal attitude, right? It was the way he was looking at these things, right? What would you say to someone like that? Right, say you're fired, right? What's that? But he's getting 200 calls per day.
Slow down, provide a little bit more service for them.
Interesting question. Yes, they were effective. Usually he solved the customer's problem.
I would ask him if he was stressed out.
And if he said yes, what would you say? How would you get him to do this?
Suggest.
Yeah, so we're going to get to know him personally. We're going to try to understand what his goals are. Okay? We're going to show him this system. We're going to help him understand how it's going to make his life easier. It's going to reduce some of the stress. He's going to have less argumentative calls. He's going to have fewer callbacks. Right? Show him the proof. So based on your idea about how you would get that person to make that change, please write down how you're going to get yourself to change somewhere on that page, if a change is needed. Maybe it's not. But based on how you would advise that person, write a note to yourself about what you need to think about differently in order to use more conversational language, and why.